had this one circled on our calendars. Two great teams with stars leading the way, Grant.
Oh, B.A., tonight is what the NBA is all about. Elite teams with top-end talent. And that's given this game almost a playoff feel.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. DeAndre Ayton is out there with James. And it's LaRavia in at the 3. The small forward nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, for his career, Duncan Robinson is about a 40% three-point shooter. So he's got a permanent green light.
Doncic outside. Outside Reeves. Clock at 6. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Doncic, no good. And Harris has got the ball here for Detroit. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. Another miss by Doncic. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Harris throws it down.
A solid athlete with a good vertical. Harris knows how to get inside and hammer it home.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Doncic outside. And stolen by Cunningham. And the Pistons pushing it up now. And Cunningham throws it down.
Great recognition. Understanding that that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor. And finishes off the break.
The Lakers with the ball. Following the score by Detroit. To halt the run. And it's Doncic missing.
Well, he continues to make the effort. But the results just aren't there this quarter.
From the arc. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Thompson. Cunningham's got 5.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And if you're looking for proficiency in scoring over the last month, look no further than this group. 4th, Jalen Duren.
One of the hottest players in the league. He's been really sharp from the field recently.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. As you know, acquiring a big man was a priority for the Lakers in the offseason, Grant.
And that became a glaring need as we saw in their first-round exit against Minnesota. But enter DeAndre Ayton, a definite upgrade, B.A. And we know Luka is at his best alongside a rim-running center.
Now here's Duren. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. That one goes in.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Here's Doncic. A 12-point game. James deciding where to go with it. Back to Doncic. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Lakers trail by 12. Ayton passes to Doncic. Nails it from 3. Doncic has got 5.
You know, it's not his forte, but still, Luka can hit threes. He keeps you honest.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now Cunningham. He's got 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases from 15. And he hits the jumper for 2. He has 7.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
James passes to Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. 9-point game. Harris on the wing. Thompson outside. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Let's see some of the numbers here for the last handful of seasons for LeBron James. Here's Doncic, coming off a 28-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
Impacting both sides of the floor. 4 steals showing the work he did defensively.
James, a screen on Cunningham, and Doncic launches from deep. The long-distance 3 is buried. Doncic has got 10 points. The Pistons lead by 8. Outside Robinson. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. Just 10 games left. Let's see the playoff race in the West. Looking at the Lakers, with great effort over a long season, they're second in the conference.
When I look at the Lakers, they're so focused on holding their ground now in the last month of the season. And of course, missing the play-in tourney means extra time to rest. They know how crucial that is for the playoffs.
Now here's Laravia. He picked up 15 in their last win against the Magic in Orlando. On the wing, Reeves. Shot clock at 6. Misses the 3.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times, and he just gets the job done.
And again, the Pistons missing.
Well, you can't play better defense than that, patrolling that mid-range area.
And Ayton, throw it down.
The big fella, Ayton, suspended in the air as he's creating.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Detroit leading by 6. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with JB Bickerstaff. We discussed the challenge of defending Luka Doncic specifically in the pick and roll. Coach wasn't afraid to voice his concerns. He said, quote, "That's where Luka poses the most problems. The main thing is we have to be quick to react. If we're a step slow, when they're in that set, he'll burn us." Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Hayes is checked in for the Lakers. Vanderbilt comes in for LaRavia. Lakers trail by 6. Doncic outside from deep three-point land. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Here's James, and the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
The versatility of James remains so impressive. He does so many things so well.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Robinson. Both free throws good from James. Grant, as the season draws to a close, most individual player stats are becoming more solidified.
And that can affect players' mentalities, BA, since certain numbers may bring bonuses or trade interests. Meanwhile, winning still has to be job number one.
Now here's Cunningham. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, BA, whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
2 shots.
And he drops the first. And Stan, the Pistons' JB Bickerstaff, the runner-up last season for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, instead it went to Kenny Atkinson, who replaced him in Cleveland. But BA, talking about landing on your feet, Bickerstaff showing again he can turn things around.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Stewart comes in for Duren, and Herter's subbed in for Tobias Harris.
Well, it's his heart and leadership that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing to win.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Herter, after the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. Stewart, the pass to Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Herter from long range. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. And the Pistons lead by 6. Now here's Doncic. He's got 10. Kennard for 3. Drills it from deep. Kennard's got his second basket on the night.
Well, Kennard wasted no time firing back. That's the work of an elite three-point shooter.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Cunningham's got 10.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Lakers trail by 5. James outside. Vanderbilt, a screen on Thompson. Inside. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
Not even fair. I mean, just shredding the D to pieces. Guarding James in pick and rolls is almost impossible given his basketball IQ.
Now here's Cunningham. 29 points for him last game against Golden State.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Doncic against Cunningham. Fires the three. That one's good from James on the assist by Hayes. He's got 5.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
Here's Stewart. It's Herder on the wing. Goes back up. James with the rebound. After having trailed for a while, they could retake the lead.
Nice effort to battle back and put themselves in this position.
Doncic. Again, Los Angeles.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. For the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Thompson. Jenkins comes in for Cade Cunningham. The Lakers also with a sub. Hachimura's checked in. Detroit has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Here's Jenkins. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. And that one's good. Stewart.
What I love about Stewart, he never backs down, plays the game with passion that's rarely seen.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first. Doncic outside. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Pass to Stewart, out to the wing, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Doncic. He goes up, and Doncic with the jam.
The one guy you can't forget about is Doncic. I mean, when he's running the floor, you gotta stay with him.
1:20 left in the first. Here's Jenkins, guarded by Doncic. Here's Jenkins. Detroit moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Herder. Rebound by the Lakers.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 16. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for the Pistons. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Preparation paying off for Stewart. He was on his spot and ready to go the second he got the ball.
Los Angeles leading by 5. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Kennard passes to Doncic. It's hauled in by Herder. It's stolen by Doncic. Over Herder. Cash money from 16 feet away. Doncic has got 18.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Los Angeles. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. Back to the game after this break. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. Guys, what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
We've got Kevin Herter. Karis LeVert is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Jalen Duren. And it's Jenkins in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now. Chalk up 2 there. He has 7.
At this kind of range, it might almost be too easy for Kennard.
Here's Jenkins. He's covered by Reeves. It's Herter on the wing. LeVert up top. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Herter can't hit.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Here's Jenkins. He's scoreless. Pass to Duren. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, BA. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Here's Reeves. He picked up 15 in their last win against Orlando. Pass to Hayes. Hayes with a screen on LeVert. Kennard outside. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Pistons have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Now Duren. It's Herter on the wing. Defended by Kennard. To the inside. Here's Stewart. He nails it. And we're tied. Stewart's got 6.
Well, look, offensively, you want to put Stewart in the pick and roll. He's just so versatile.
The Lakers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Herter against Kennard. On the wing, Reeves. Clock is at 3. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Herter. In transition. And here's LeVert for 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And when a team is able to play different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, B.A., the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
And the Pistons making a change here. Cunningham's checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. When you're a 6'8 pivot like Isaiah Stewart, you'd better have the strength to battle longer players.
Yeah, B.A., his game is all about power. Once he establishes position, it's hard to root him out of there. And, man, he sets some teeth-rattling picks.
Here's Jenkins. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Lakers in the lead to the paint. Here's Vanderbilt. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Outside Reeves. And there's the call on Jalen Duren. That's his first foul.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Hayes finds Vanderbilt. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Outside Reeves. There's the 3. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. Throws it up high. And the dunk by Duren.
What timing on the alley-oop from Duren. That speaks to the chemistry and connection he has with his guys.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Reeves, the pass to Hayes. Now here's Kennard. He got a piece of it. Here's Jenkins. Yet to see a basket. And finished off by Stewart.
Thunderous jam from Stewart.
The Lakers trail. And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Last time they met in Los Angeles.
Last time, free throw shooting was their kryptonite. Just could not keep pace.
Thompson, he's checked in for Jenkins. And the Lakers also making a change. Doncic is checked in for Hayes. Kennard finds Reeves. And the 3 off target.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
LeVert outside. Stewart outside. Let's go with a 3. Duren. And the tip in on the offensive boards. Duren's got 8 here in this quarter.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. Will it go? And Cunningham pulls it down.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
And Duren with the basket on the assist by Thompson. And it's a 6-point Pistons lead.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Outside Reeves. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And defensively, you just can't sleep on Austin Reeves because, as we see, even a foul isn't enough to stop him.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight for the Pistons. Harris comes in for Stewart, and it's Robinson in for LeVert. And then for Los Angeles, Ayton, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. LeBron comes in for Hachimura. LaRavia subbed in for Kennard.
Every year, Austin Reeves seems to just get better. A multifaceted guard who fits in seamlessly with any kind of rotation.
Cunningham with the ball. He's got 10. Harris on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. He shoots it. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Pass to Reeves. Ayton, a screen on Robinson. Reeves finds Ayton. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, you expect this from Ayton. For him to shrug off contact inside and power his way to a bucket.
Cunningham passes to Duren. And here's Robinson. And he's going for the oop here. Stolen by Ayton. The ball's knocked loose. Oh, stolen by Harris. And here's Cunningham. An important scorer for this team, averaging around 25.5 a game. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. Duren with a screen on James. And here's Harris outside. Sinks the tray. Harris has got 5 points.
You know, Harris blossomed into a stretch big, putting tons of work into his three-point stroke.
Reeves, the pass to Doncic. 4-3. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Hey, if you're looking for creativity midair, you're in the right place. Duren with the flourish.
So it's Los Angeles now. They trail by 6. James, a screen on Cunningham. LaRavia outside. Pass to James. From deep, Reeves. It's hauled in by Robinson. Detroit has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Now Cunningham. He's got 10. Down low. The steal. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. All right, let's have a look at the assist leaders among bigs since the midseason break. 4th, LeBron James.
And I love how these guys are some of the most complete front court players in the NBA. They're not just score and rebound bigs, they can also beat you with their passing as well.
Well, that's really what the new-aged big man has turned into. They're not just bruisers anymore.
Stewart, he's checked in for Detroit. The Lakers also with a sub. Vanderbilt's checked in for Reeves. James, outside.
Who's watching here?
Lets it fly. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Thompson with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. Robinson kicks it out to Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. Detroit moving the ball around. For 3, here's Harris. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana, where they'll face the Pacers. It's the last leg of what's been a daunting road trip. 6 games in total. Thompson against Vanderbilt. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Well, it'll be fun to watch Asar Thompson develop over his first few years in the league.
Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Reeves is checked in for the Lakers. Both free throws good from Thompson. Lakers trail by 8. LaRavia outside. James passes to Doncic. Over Cunningham. And miss after miss right now. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
Oh, you gotta be careful around the basket because James will turn these shots right back at you. And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press these in.
And Ayton with the stuff.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
The Pistons lead by 9. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Back to Cunningham. It's stolen by Doncic. Here's Doncic on the drive. That one goes. Count it. Doncic has got 20 points.
And their offense tonight is Luka, Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
Detroit has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. Another 3 for Detroit.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Lakers trail by 10. Outside Reeves. Back to Doncic. Pass to LaRavia. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Robinson.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Thompson attacking. Oh, he goes right over LeBron and slams it down.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
The Lakers shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. James outside. Again, Los Angeles.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
30 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Cunningham finds Stewart. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's Cunningham missing. Ayton passes to Doncic. Oh, stolen by Harris. And so it's Detroit, ending the quarter up 10. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. Back after this.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Detroit Pistons.
Offensive rebounding is like an ATM, cashing in extra chances to score. Trust me, that's a fun way to play.
I do. Trust a guy with over 4,000 offensive rebounds. Also, the guards love the extra kickouts from the paint.
And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
It's a very exciting group. We get to watch them grow. The league has adjusted to them along the way, but they've adjusted back.
Some great coaching as well to bring these guys along. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
Detroit leading by 10. Second half underway. Here's who J.J. Redick's got on the floor. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. James is out there with Jake LaRavia. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul of the game. Now here's Cunningham. Duren with a screen on Doncic. 5 to shoot. To the middle. It's tipped. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
And Duren doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
He's off on the second.
Well, a lottery pick back in 2022. Jalen Duren brings energy to this team. A big frame, toughness down low.
Steps back. Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
That will help them. Now is the time to get aggressive. They need to keep feeding him the ball and let him go to work.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Success hasn't changed Austin Reeves' underdog mentality. He said it doesn't shift at all. There's a good majority of people that probably still don't think that I'm that good. It's a common theme for my life. What pushed me to get here are the people who doubted me. I always have to keep that in mind. Back to you, Brian.
Keeps that chip on his shoulder. Thanks a lot, Allie. The shot by Reeves, no good.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Cunningham deciding where to go with it. Cade taking it in for 3. Robinson. Rebound by the Lakers.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Harris.
You're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. Outside Robinson. Harris outside. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for the last handful of seasons for LeBron James.
And it's not the kind of trend he wanted to see, but that's what happens over the course of almost any career. Coaches around the league have learned all your tendencies, and let's face it, playing for as long as he has takes a toll on the body.
From behind the arc, knocks it down from distance. LaRavia's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Robinson with it, picked up by Reeves. Robinson passes to Duren. Here's Cunningham. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Cunningham's got 15 points.
Yeah, a shooter like Cunningham has no reason to hesitate. He can just take the shot.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And this break lets us see the teams making the most of their second chances this season. The Pistons second, the fourth spot held by Los Angeles.
Well, each of these teams play physical basketball, hitting the offensive glass.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Reeves. Unloads. The shot by James, no good.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Thompson outside. From 12 feet. Out to Harris. Now here's Robinson. Shoots over Ayton. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. Cunningham against Doncic. LaRavia outside. Down low. And Ayton gets it to go. Ayton's got 8 points.
Well, at his size, Ayton can absorb contact easily.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Cunningham outside. Ooh, rejected by Doncic. Ayton passes to Reeves. LaRavia right side. Back to Doncic from outside the arc. Drops in the 3. Now just a 5-point Pistons lead.
I like when Doncic goes right up with it, giving the defense no time to react.
And the dunk by Duren.
Well, their schemes have been effective, and he's been a significant part of their focus.
Here's James. The shake. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second one. Here's Cunningham. 15 points in the game. Pass to Duren. Outside Robinson. Gets the 3 to fall. Robinson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is what Robinson is out here to do. I like how aggressive he is shooting it from outside.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 9-point game. James, a screen on Cunningham. And Doncic puts up a deep 3. The Lakers with another miss.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And here's Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Doncic. Back to Thompson. James with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds in the game. Doncic, a screen on Harris. James with the ball. Picked up by Cunningham. Here's Doncic. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot. And will go to the line. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that.
One shot.
Try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
The free throw off from Doncic.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
Here's Reeves. Ooh, Thompson with the block. And they get it back. Outside Reeves. Jacks up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got his 4th assist with that last one. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And Los Angeles making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Harris against James. Pass to Thompson. Harris outside. Thompson with a screen. 6 to shoot. Oh, got a piece of it. Now Duren lets it go from 11. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Access there denied by DeAndre Ayton.
Doncic passes to Kennard. Doncic outside. To the inside. And stolen by Cunningham. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Here's Thompson. Rejected by James.
Oh, LeBron with suffocating defense. He can still get it done.
And the Pistons making a change here. LeVert's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Hayes is checked in for Ayton. And it's Jared Vanderbilt in for LaRavia. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Here's Cunningham.
Encouraging to see Doncic hustle like this on defense, wanting to make an impact and doing just this.
Back to Vanderbilt. James outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Doncic. This one for 3. LeVert with a rebound. The Pistons lead by 4. Back to Cunningham. No good on the 3.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
Doncic passes to Hayes. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Duren with a steal. And now the Pistons in transition. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, we got to credit that steal by Duren to start the break. He can be disruptive.
Lakers trail by 6. Kennard passes to Doncic. Outside Vanderbilt. Knocked loose. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's Harris. He has 7. Pass to Cunningham. Oh, there's the alley. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So for the Pistons, Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Holland comes in for Harris. And Herter's subbed in for Thompson. Hachimura's checked in for the Lakers. Austin Reeves comes in for Luka Doncic. Outside Herder. Picked by Stewart. Shot clock at 5. Herder with it, and Kennard picks him up defensively. Holland can't hit. Lakers trail by 6. Outside Reeves. Uses the glass on the layup. Reeves has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, Reeves is such a crafty and clever player. He's so good at finding ways to score inside.
Detroit has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Pass to Cunningham. Inside, and stolen by Hayes. Here's Reeves. Blocked!
You can see the length of Cunningham there, and his timing helped out on that block, too.
And he comes up with a bucket. Reeves has got 10 points.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Herder, a screen on Reeves. And here's Cunningham outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Hayes has got 6 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's Hachimura. And it's all tied up.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Herder. 5 points in the game. Cunningham on the wing. Cade Cunningham with the flush.
Well, that's what you want from Cunningham. Use your size, attack the rim.
Los Angeles has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Pass to Hayes. Here's Kennard for the lead. The rebound by Detroit. Stewart's got 5 rebounds tonight. 1:33 left in the third. And here's Herder. That three's off the mark. Vanderbilt with it. He's got 5. Outside Reeves. Pass to Hayes. Outside Vanderbilt. 4 on the clock. Kennard for 3. Detroit with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. They host the Hawks after this one, and that's the 3rd game out of 4 at home for them. Fires it. And it's Cunningham missing. The Lakers trail. Down low. Here's Vanderbilt. Yep, that one goes. Vanderbilt's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And here's Cunningham. 17 points in the game. To the inside, LeVert. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Cunningham against Reeves. Hachimura outside. 6 on the shot clock. Kennard outside. And that misses. That would have put him up. Pass to LeVert. Here's Cunningham. Puts up a deep 3. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Pistons ahead, leading by just 2. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Isaiah Stewart out there with Karis LeVert. Then there's Kevin Herder. Then it's Duren. And it's Jenkins in at the point guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Herder, a screen on Reeves. Pass to Stewart. Takes a three. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Yeah, talking about Stewart, he's really increased his three-point attempts.
Here's Reeves. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got rebound number 11. Stolen by Kennard. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. All right, let's see what Detroit has coming up. On Wednesday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. Then on Thursday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And you know, for that matchup with Oklahoma City, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you talk about Luke Kennard. He shot 49% for a season from beyond the arc. Led the league in three-point percentage back-to-back years. Kennard is so valuable.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Kleber's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Duren finds Herter. Over Kennard. Herter can't hit.
And look, he's had an off night, but it won't matter as long as they hold on to this lead.
Kleber outside. Pass to Reeves. Back to Kleber. Duren with a steal. It's rebounded by Kleber. Lakers trail by 3. Outside Reeves. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, I didn't know that was on the menu. Austin Reeves getting himself a dunk.
The Pistons have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Duren, and the dunk by Duren.
Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
And for the Lakers, they're shooting around 53%, a nice number. Kennard against Herter. On the wing, Reeves. Shot clock at 6. It's deflected.
Well, Stewart understands his role is to protect the rim, and he does a great job of it.
The shot by LeVert, no good. Lakers trail by 3. Kleber passes to Vanderbilt. Shot blocked. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Cunningham's checked in for Detroit. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Lakers. And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last. Some changes for Los Angeles. Hayes is checked in for Reeves. And Doncic has subbed in for Smart. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. 5 on the clock. Pass to Vanderbilt. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Detroit leading by 3. Now here's Cunningham. Up top, Stewart. Over Vanderbilt. And Stewart with a basket on the assist by Cunningham. Stewart's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, Cunningham has such a great feel for the game. Reads his teammates' movements really well.
Now Los Angeles with it. Doncic, a screen on Herter. To the middle. Out to Hachimura for 3. The rebound by Detroit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Blocked. Duren, the pass to Herter. It's LeVert on the wing, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Stewart. There's Cunningham with a three. Doncic pulls down the board.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Hachimura from long range. He buries it from three.
Yeah, the defense has to pay so much attention to Luka, and he knows he'll always have an option for a kick-out three.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Right side Herter. Doncic against Cunningham. Vanderbilt with the block. And it's the Lakers on the break. Nice shot by Kennard. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pistons trail by 3. Stewart outside. And he lobs it up top.
And Stewart is showing his scoring prowess. A guy who can bully you inside, but also space you out on the perimeter.
The Lakers have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. LeVert outside. Pass to Stewart, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's foul number 2 for him. Thompson, he's checked in for Detroit. Jenkins comes in for Herter. The Lakers also with a sub. James is checked in. Here's Jenkins, guarded by Doncic. Picked by Stewart. 6 to shoot. Jenkins' shot is good. Jenkins has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
Yeah, that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Hachimura from long range. Sinks it from distance. And the Lakers lead by 1. Cunningham outside. Crosses over. Perfection. Beautiful stroke. Cunningham's got 19 points.
I love that move by Cunningham to create the space for himself.
Here's James. Duren with a rebound. The Pistons have gotten 6 of their 13 shots to go. Cunningham outside. Back to Stewart. Detroit moving the ball around. Lets a floater go. And it's Cunningham missing.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Doncic passes to James. 3 on 3. Duren with it. Hachimura covering. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. Lakers trail by 3. Out to the right wing. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons. Stewart's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Jenkins. And here's Cunningham. Now here's Duren. Checked by James. Clock at 6. Duren finds Thompson. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Cunningham against Kennard. James, a screen on Cunningham. Lets it go from the wing. The putback. Oh, an emphatic putback by LeBron James.
You love to see that effort from LeBron. Never giving up on the play. He capitalizes with a bucket right there.
And the timeout called here by JB Bickerstaff. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And some changes here for Detroit. Harris is checked in for Stewart, and it's Robinson in for Jenkins. And then for Los Angeles, Ayton, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. LaRavia comes in for Hachimura, and Austin Reeves is subbed in for Kennard. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that JB Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He was very passionately telling his team.
Nabbing another steal.
Yeah, this guy has been stealing the ball at an incredible rate, closing in on 5th place on the all-time list.
His defense has been elite for years now. The Pistons trailing. Now Cunningham.
Yeah, the defender's a little bit out of position, but that's what Cunningham will do to you. He works every angle.
And he makes a first.
Well, the pressure on Cunningham when he came into the league was immense. He's gone through adversity, but he's never stopped working to improve.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. The Lakers have gone 7 for 15 in the fourth. Outside Reeves. James outside. Here's LaRavia. The shot's good on the assist by James.
Yeah, elevating his teammates with passes like this. LeBron is all about making his guys better.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. James rips down the board.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Puts up the tray. Money from three.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pistons trail by 5. Robinson outside. Here's Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Doncic. Cunningham! Rebounded by Ayton.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Now here's Cunningham. Ooh, assertive from Cunningham.
Big time points from Cunningham. Good to see him stepping up in these moments.
Here's Doncic. Outside Reeves. from downtown. Cunningham there for the rebound. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. Robinson fires. Oh, off target from downtown. Here's James. Tipped. Oh, stolen by Harris. Duran with it. Picked up by James. Oh, the long ball, no good.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Doncic, stolen by Thompson. Oh, touches it off the glass.
What a huge moment for Thompson, showing how clutch he can be.
Here's Doncic. 54 seconds left in the fourth. Thompson with a steal. Here's Harris.
Yeah, we've seen Tobias do this for years. Figure out different ways to score it, including via the free throw line.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 2 here. So he gets them both.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Outside Cunningham.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Cunningham against Doncic. Drives to the hoop. Luka! Get off me!
And from the moment he stepped into the league, Luka's been a big-time player. Not easy to keep your focus when there's so much riding on those free throws, but that was excellent work in the clutch.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Cunningham outside. Yes, sir!
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. LaRavia left side. Can't get the three. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. James is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's LaRavia in at the 3 spot. Yes, sir! Count it!
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Now James. Outside Reeves. And there is a whistle. That goes on Tobias Harris. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's James.
Not much the defense could do there. I mean, LeBron is an absolute bull down low.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from James. Both free throws good from James. Here's Cunningham. Here's Robinson, beyond the arc. The 3 is in.
It had to be lightning quick, and Robinson got it away.
Extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. Another chance, and there's the layup. Good.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
One shot.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Robinson against Reeves. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Here's Ayton.
Putting that size to great use. All Ayton has to do is pop up to catch the lob.
Cunningham with the ball. Now Robinson. Now Harris. 6 on the shot clock. James rips down the board. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field as OT gets going. Now Ayton. Ready off the pass, he lays it in.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 during this OT session. Robinson, a screen on Doncic. Cunningham! And the 3 misses. The Lakers in the lead. LeBron! Punching it inside. LeBron!
Oh, easy to see why LeBron has the ball in these moments. He's dependable at coming through for his team.
Here's Cunningham. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. The Lakers lead by 3. Doncic outside. Now Reeves. Robinson with a steal. Thompson. Whoa! Big finish! Ooh, he leaves no question.
And what a huge bucket that was. Asar Thompson stepping up when his team needs him most.
And here's Doncic. Doncic! You see the strength.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
What's up?
With the big-time and one. This is now a 2-possession game.
Pistons trail by 4. Cunningham outside. Outside Thompson. Duran the screen. It's tipped. Stolen by Ayton. Fast break. Here come the Lakers.
Yeah, always amazing to watch a man Ayton's size fly up there like that.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Duran, and he grabs the board and finishes it off.
What an injection of energy from Duran. Working hard to find points for his team.
Thompson with a steal. It's a one-on-one situation. Outside Cunningham. Shoots from 12. Not that time. The Lakers have gotten some good shots. 6 for 7 here in OT. Doncic with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. From deep. Duran pulls it down.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Harris. And there is a whistle. That goes on Tobias Harris. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. Stewart, he's checked in for Harris.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Stellar work at the charity stripe, trying to build out this lead.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Cunningham nails it.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. 19 seconds left in the OT period. Now Robinson shoots a 3. James rips down the board, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
And he's able to get it back. And so it's the Lakers with the W. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second wind.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
LeBron, you've accomplished so much in this league. How have you been able to sustain it for so long?
It's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations, and for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humble.
Well, you're a sponge for knowledge, and you have a great work ethic, and it's been fun to watch. Thanks, LeBron.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Luka Doncic.